All right, so this is a tricky way. If you can't keep your New Year's resolutions, I don't know, lose weight, stop smoking, whatever they are, if you're having a tough time, I have just the guy to help you. Bob Faith is with us. Nice to have you with us, Bob.
It's very nice to be here.
You are a hypnotist.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, and I was getting a demonstration earlier on. I know you can really do that. So fascinating. Where'd you learn to hypnotize people, Bob?
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Yes, I was working. I extended to get out of the service, and when you extend to get out of the service, they send you to the rear. The doctor, I got assigned to his unit. He was using hypnosis, and everybody had to learn how to use it.
Amazing. So you use it to help people with pain and
well, it was called battle fatigue and shell shock back then.
I see, sure.
What post-traumatic
PTSD,
stress? Yeah.
right.
But we'd help them with their focus and
so then when you got back, you continued?
I went to nursing school, and then from there I did all medical hypnosis. And then I did a Christmas party for a hospital that I worked at, because I'm an RN. And I've been doing both ever since.
Absolutely fascinating. Again, a little in the studio, you were kind of showing us how to work, but what kinds of things can hypnosis help with?
Weight, smoking, stress, sports, migraine headaches, test anxieties, high blood pressures, you name it. You can focus and concentrate. Remember when I was shaking your hand earlier, I was telling you the baseline told me what you started out at. If I relax you, you will vasodilate, which means you'll sweat a little bit, and your autonomic nervous system means your blood pressure goes down and you feel better and more relaxed. And those are signs and symptoms that you can't imitate.
You know they're under hypnosis
right.
when you're getting those physical.
If I have your eyes closed and I tell you to open your eyes, the sclera, the whites of your eyes, will be bloodshot because you've dilated, and your pupils will be slower to react. And all of those things the hypnotist looks for, but the common person doesn't understand why I'm looking for it.
So why hypnosis instead of just talking to people like, look, I know you had a bad time, or maybe your headaches because, you know, you got wild kids or whatever. Why hypnosis?
Well, right now I'm talking to your secretary. Okay, when I hypnotize you, I'm talking to your supervisor. And the supervisor comes forward and the secretary meets in the middle, and we discuss the weight, smoking, stress, sports improvement, migraines, etc., how you've tried, what you've tried, etc., etc. And we word the suggestion, and the supervisor says, yes, this is a go, then when I bring you up out of hypnosis, the secretary carries it out.
I love it. Okay, so it's sort of your subconscious area.
Right.
You get right to the root of things. Now, what can people be do things against their will, or what
your
they
belief
would
system doesn't change simply because you're in a focus.
Uh-huh.
If you're reading a book, or if you're watching a TV show, or if you're doing something, anything in the computer, anything, just because you're focused in it doesn't mean you changed your ideas.
Okay.
So if I said something that was against your belief system hasn't changed. So you get a different response than somebody who, like if you said somebody who would normally do it, then there was no tug of war.
Okay,
sure.
so there's that kind of a myth about hypnosis that you can be made to do something.
If it was that easy, they would have had me in the White House, and Clinton would have been Bill who?
I love it. So any harm, when you hypnotize people, can there be any harm from hypnotizing?
No, it's like a focus of concentration. Anytime you drive down a highway and you miss your turnoff, that is focus, and that's hypnosis. Getting all wrapped up in the computer is hypnosis. Sports, when the guy catches a pass and doesn't hear the cornerback coming to hit him, tackle him. That's the hypnotic.
Or when I talk to my husband,
or when you talk
TV,
and he pretends he doesn't hear you. That's the
really
hypnotic focus, right?
Interesting. So it's just an intense focus.
Intense concentration and zoning.
Okay.
In.
Well, I think it's fascinating, though, how you, as a trained hypnotist, can actually put somebody in a certain kind of state, you know, in that down state, and you can do it pretty fast.
Well,
too.
you learn. You see this, you say that, you see this, you say that, you see this, you say that over and over and over.
Yeah.
And so you see a certain response, oh, I got to automatically do this. So no matter how you respond, I've got to have a comeback. And no matter what you do, I've got to have a comeback.
It's sort of like stand-up comedy that way.
Yeah, right. you can't, so I have to ad lib to each one of your responses. For instance, give me your hand.
Okay.
Let it limp. Okay, let's say you hadn't let it limp. And you had done it kind of partially. Then I would have said, let it more relaxed. So forth like that. So I would have ad-libbed according to how you respond.
Now, you're not hypnotizing me right now, right?
Not right at this second.
Good. All right. Well, I would like a live demonstration. Would you mind doing something
No,
live
we'll
on
have
set?
fun. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we need a volunteer. Anybody in the studio? Okay, Jan, come on up. That's great, Jan. Thank you.
Hi, Bob.
Hi. Long time no see.
Yes.
Actually, I had hypnotized her earlier before we were on the air. So she will
So you know
respond.
she's a good candidate.
Oh, she's knockout.
Knockout.
She's a real good
She
subject.
responds well.
Right.
Okay. So how do you do this? So what are you going to do?
Okay, I'll show you something real simple.
Okay.
Put your hands in your lap. Now, she's already been hypnotized before at one time, so this is post-hypnotic suggestion-wise. For people who are watching TV, they haven't seen the actual induction. They see the post-hypnotic suggestion. Breathe in through your mouth, look at me, and sleep deep. That's it. Just relax and go deeper. The deeper you go, the better you feel. Totally limp and relaxed. As I tilt your head back, your jaw sags open, your eyes roll back, remain closed, and you drop twice as deep. Completely out. Go deeper. You're looking for facial reaction, you're looking for flaccidity, and you're looking for the natural relaxation, which is what she's given you. Go deeper, deeper. You're looking for spontaneity. Is her arms limp and relaxed? And then you ad lib. Now at the time, if we had talked about a specific suggestion that she would like, then you would word the suggestion for her so that she could carry it out. In this case, I'm going to give her a suggestion that you feel fantastic when awakened. You're going to feel really good all day, have the greatest day, and just really feel fantastic. Proud you were hypnotized, because strong-willed, intelligent people make excellent hypnotic subjects. Because it's just like raw talent. A natural athlete is a good sports person.
Sure. But I would think the resistance, not
Well, you're
resistance
assuming
isn't
the
a problem.
person is cooperating and wants to.
Okay.
If you want to do your best, the strong will helps. Do whatever you want. Hold your head up, go deeper. Eyes closed. Hold your head up. Eyes are locked. You can't open those eyes. They're stuck. Try hard. You can't budge them. See, what you're looking for is that flaccidity in their eye movement. See how the jaw is relaxed? Now, if you touched her, you'd notice that her forehead is moister and warmer. Drop deeper. Now, when the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes, you're going to be wide awake, and you are going to feel simply super. Proud you were hypnotized, loving it. 1 coming up, energized, motivated. 2, feeling so good. 3, 4, 5, wide awake, feeling fantastic. Wide awake.
Well, Jan,
Hi.
Welcome back.
Wow, I needed that.
well, I'm thinking that would be like better than meditation or anything, to just do that every day and get that suggestion to.
You feel a little
So, yeah.
flushed?
Yeah.
That's
I feel
vasodilation.
like I'm all,
Tingly?
yeah.
That's because your blood pressure slows down and then it starts speeding back up again.
Yeah.
What did you feel like when you were under? Were you
I was
kind of
asleep.
out somewhere?
I totally was asleep.
I know. He was holding your head up, which I was really glad you didn't
Were
climb
you?
on the table. Wow. So you felt like that really is that's a powerful tool then.
I want to go skiing.
You're ready.
Yeah.
It's cold enough you could do
Oh,
that.
And you could worded that suggestion for weight or smoking or stress or headaches, whatever the person had come to see you for.
Does it work once usually, Bob, or does it take
It
a few
depends on
times,
how
would you
long
say?
they've had whatever they've done, what they've tried in the past, how long they've been successful or unsuccessful.
Sure.
So there is no yes or no
How
answer.
entrenched it is.
Right, right. Now let's say, for instance, you had somebody like the princess over in England that was having morning sickness. Okay, she used hypnosis to alleviate the morning sickness, because when you're relaxing, the fetus doesn't have the same pressure against the nerve endings.
Oh.
And so when you relax it, you eliminate that. It works very well for that.
So a lot of people we wouldn't have guessed have
Right.
done hypnosis.
Sure, sure. Matt Damon's used it.
Yeah. I think I would use it if I were going, doing an acting gig. I'd
Sure,
probably
you
want to
can
be
use
hypnotized.
it for focus. A lot of actors
Absolutely.
and actresses use it to get into their lines and so forth. So if any of your actresses out there or actors that want to learn how to do it, give me a buzz.
You can do that too, besides just keeping your New Year's resolutions. and
Sure.
losing
New Year's
weight or
resolution. Well,
whatever,
maybe
so-
their New Year's resolution is to do better in their acting.
Yeah.
Or besides the typical stop smoking or losing weight or studying better or being more economical,
Sure.
so forth with your money. All of that goes into wording suggestions, and it can be used for so many different things.
Well, Jan, we're going to find out tomorrow whether you had like a really energetic day and what you did, if it really worked for you.
I'll get back with you on
All
that.
right. Thank you for being such a good
Thank you.
sport, Jan.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks. You're welcome.
My hands are warm now.
Yeah, you're warm. You got a warm heart.
There you go. Good. So, Bob, tell me now, some of your experiences. You've worked with a lot of people. I mean, you've been doing this for quite some time. Tell me some of your experiences that you've come across.
Well, we had a person who was I was doing a show and I was giving a suggestion to the person up on stage, and out in the audience somebody had gone to sleep, and they stood up and did the same routine.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, when they were out in the audience.
Well, and you had told me that just recently one of your cameramen conked out.
I lost my sound man. I was doing a show, and I needed him to cue up a certain song. And I looked over, and he had fallen asleep, and I had to go out to the audience and wake him up.
So is this the secret when you're doing, when we see these hypnotists who come on stage and they'll have a whole bunch of people and they will hypnotize them at the same time? This is kind of the same principle?
Sure. Well, you have 10 or 12 volunteers
Right.
for each show, per se. And because I'm saying the same thing generically to all 10, I'm not exactly fine-tuning it for each one. So some people catch on faster than others. So you keep the cream of the crop for your show, even though maybe, for instance, someone else could be worked with if you took your time and worked with them after.
But if someone's focusing on you in the
You're
audience,
right.
they can
Oh
go
yeah,
under too.
I've had people try it in the audience and then replaced people who had volunteered with the people out in the audience.
Wow, that is absolutely fascinating. So, any really difficult people to hypnotize that you're trying to help?
The people who have less intelligence, they have less raw
Really?
talent to work with.
Okay.
Smarter people, strong-willed people make the best
Now,
subjects.
see, I would think it would be completely the opposite.
Is
I
it-
would think
no.
you'd get more resistance
No,
from,
well, you're assuming that the person wants to do it.
Oh,
If you're strong-willed and you want to stop smoking, your strong will helps you. If you're strong-willed and you want to lose weight, your strong will helps you. If you're strong-willed and you want to be the best football player you can be,
Right.
your strong will helps you. And the mental, the focus, and the intelligence gives you the raw talent to work with.
Interesting, because I would just think like Forrest
Yeah.
Gump would be more susceptible.
No, it would be just the opposite.
You know, oh, that's amazing. Well, any inspirations in the hypnosis field? You know, because there's been a lot of great hypnotists in different areas.
I've met a lot of the current ones that are out there, that are out in Vegas and so forth. But Milton Erickson would be one that people would think about. Ericksonian hypnosis has been around for
So there's different methods of
Sure,
hypnosis.
sure.
Okay.
That was a quick, fast hypnotic reinduction. When you give somebody a post-hypnotic suggestion in your office, and let's say they're coming back the next day,
They're going to be more ready.
well,
to go,
you
so.
can save 20 minutes for the therapy session by just doing a quick, fast hypnosis.
Well, Bob, this was fascinating. We're out of time, unfortunately, but a fascinating thing that you do, and of course, a great mystery with human beings and that kind of a thing. We're all kind of fascinated by it. So, Bob, thanks so much for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Bob Faith. Yes, information on the screen.
Thanks.
Thank you, Bob. Well,
Appreciate it.
That was really interesting. Now, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with 2 movie reviews for you.